Hi guys, so Somatech is here back with another video. So Apple just introduced three products, or it just had the keynote where introducing the refreshes of the old products. So we had the new watch, then the new Apple TV, then the new iPhone. Okay, so we're gonna do a quick recap of the event. I think it was 2 hours long, and maybe we're gonna do it less than 10 minutes. So we're gonna do a summary of what happened in the event. So first thing that they introduced to us was the Apple Watch. So the Apple Watch, it has it's gonna have WatchOS 4 now. So the big improvements or the big updates to the thing is that now you can actually make calls with the actual with the Apple Watch. So the Apple Watch now can make calls and also can be able to send text messages with the thing. It also is swim proof now, supports LTE, also Siri talks. So now you no longer have to watch Siri's response with text on the screen. She or he is gonna actually answer you with talking now. So also another improvement to the thing is the GPS. So if you're viewing GPS on your phone and then you happen to leave your phone or be at a distance from it, the maps will show on your Apple Watch. So that's gonna come with WatchOS 4. So some other things that were not that much major, but as we know that an Apple Watch is mainly for people who like working out and those healthy stuff. So the thing is also having the heart rate monitor, so it's gotten some improvements. Also, it can tell if your heart rate is in a way that it's supposed to be. Maybe after a workout there is a recovering mode or something like that, so it knows how a heart rate is supposed to behave after such a workout. So if your heart rate does the opposite thing, then it's gonna notify you. So also the notification now are a little bit improved. We have more alerts to your send straight to your to your Apple Watch. So that's WatchOS 4. I think those are the improvements. So first is the cellular. I think the cellular one is the big one. Out of all the updates that the thing got, the cellular updates is the big. Then GPS for location and the phone, send text messages. Yeah, I think those were the biggest. Then moving right along to the Apple TV, new things there, and the thing that was hyped. Not that it's new, but it's new with Apple. So 4K content. Now the new Apple TV is going to support 4K. So they've partnered with the content makers or content producers like your Netflix and all those other people, the Sony Pictures, all those other media companies that make 4K content. So it's going to be available on your this Apple TV, right? Then there is also HDR10 and Dolby Vision. So these, if you don't know what they mean or refer to, so HDR is your the meaning is what's this abbreviation stand for high dynamic range. So these help with the colors in the content you're viewing, make it seem more natural and smoother to the eye, right? Then Dolby Vision, mostly about the sound, makes the sound feels like it's immersing the viewer into the experience. So Dolby Vision is good for that. Then the third thing that we're gonna talk about is the iPhone. So we had 3 iPhones introduced today. So we had the 8, the 8 Plus, and then the 8X. So I'm gonna start talking about the 2 first ones. Is the 8, then the 8 Plus. So with the new phones that we introduced, sorry I said iPhone 8X, it's actually iPhone 8, 8 Plus, then the 10 or X, that's the special edition. Okay, so I'm not gonna recite all the specs or the new specs on the new phones, but what I'm gonna say is the new A11 chip, it's called A11 Bionic chip, right? So it's the new processor. So this one is actually kind of more special, because it's now what allows Apple or the iPhones, new iPhones, to be able to be used for AR, right? That's for augmented reality. So they were playing games at the keynote, showing how the thing can be used in real time, making games much more immersive to the users. Okay, so you're gonna see that maybe on a short clip of the thing. So the games are gonna be much more exciting because of the chip. So with the 8 and 8 Plus, it's really like the 7 and the 7 Plus, because now with the 8 we just got a new upgraded camera. So the camera is just a single camera, but it's upgraded 12 megapixel camera. It's gonna take much more brighter photos. I think the aperture is 1.8 now improved. So these are just minor improvements to the existing iPhones we have. So with the the bigger one, the sizes are gonna be 4.7 on the smaller phone. That's the 8. Then on the 8 Plus, it's gonna be 5.5. That's your 1080 megapixel 1080p screen on the Plus, right? Okay, so with these new cameras, right, so they're gonna be able to take 4K at 60 frames max, 60 frames per second. Then your 240 frames per second also. And these you've seen with the 7 Plus and the 7, I think, the portrait mode. So this thing has been significantly improved also. It has new learning mechanisms. It learns the environment you're on, and also with the videos also they can learn which parts are moving, which parts to focus on. It's called, I think, pixel focus mode or something like that. So for photos and also for your videos as well. And then moving right along to the build of the phone. So the phone is now made up of glass. So that's the first time you're seeing glass on an iPhone on both sides, on the back and on the front. So this means that iPhone is now capable of being wirelessly charged. So this means you can put it up at your hotels or whatever airports where these things are available, wireless chargers. Then moving along, you have your normal stuff, most Bluetooth 5.0. Oh, still there is no USB Type-C. That's what most people are expecting. There's no USB Type-C. They didn't actually say why they didn't put USB Type-C, but they still Lightning there. Then for the iPhone 8 and 8 Plus, I think those are the most important things. Oh, and also the speakers, stereo speakers now. Okay, then you have your iPhone X or 10, right? So this is the special one, and most people, including me, were hyped about this one. It is this one, it is this phone that people are going to want the most. It is this phone that most people are going to focus on. And you'll see with the reviews when they start coming in, you'll see that most people will be talking about this phone, and most people will be waiting for the phone. I think it starts pre-orders on October 27th, start shipping on the 3rd of August. Okay, so this phone is an HD display, as I was saying. So it is the first time seeing something like this with Apple. So we've known Apple with their bezels and their chins and something like that, but this one goes from bottom to top, and then from side to side. So the screen to body ratio is actually much higher. It's the first time on an iPhone we're seeing something like that. I think the screen size, it's 5.8 inches HD display. So this one is improved, but it uses mostly, I think, the same chip as that one that is used on your 8 and 8 Plus. So same gaming things, your AR. I think the AR kit was released in the beginning of the year. So developers are really building games now to take advantage of this new chip. Then not the new technology, but we've had the thing for a while now, but it's called Face ID. So now you don't have your physical home button now. So the thing no longer wants your fingerprint, so it can be unlocked with your face or your password or something like that. So passcode. So now you're gonna use your face. This thing of theirs they demonstrated, it's actually much more intelligent. Okay, so with the Face ID, the thing can't be tricked with the other ones that exist. I think the Samsung one had someone trick the thing, hack it with the picture or something like that. this, even the 3D printed things can't be able to actually trick this one. So this one is gonna work even if you age, or even if there's a change in your face. It works, learns what neural network or something like that. It's gonna learn with this new A11 chip. The technology hasn't been explained that much in depth, but that's the top of it. That's how it's gonna run. So also with the new cameras now on the front, so your selfies, the portrait mode, I think it was only available on the rear cameras, but now also with your selfies, with your selfie camera, you can actually take portrait mode photos. I think also 1080p video quality you can take with the front camera. Also, the cameras now on the back, they are no longer horizontal, they are now vertical. Then it's first camera there, then the other one, then there is a flash in between the two. So it's a telephoto lens, then the wide angle lens, right? So those are gonna take incredible photos. I think iPhone, the photos are always good. Then there is software features or something like that. It's called Animoji. I think it's taking advantage of the new A11 chip. So this chip is going to be amazing, because now with this face tracking and all those things going on, it can actually make emojis talk just by learning the muscles. I think there's 57 muscles on your face, how the movement happens. So it's gonna learn from there and then make that movement to the emoji and send it as a message. I think it's gonna only be available for iMessages or something like that for now. Then it's gonna go mainstream. I think they are applying it also on Snapchat or something like that. I think those are all the important stuff that you should know about the iPhones 8 Plus, then the X. So the X is gonna go for $1,000 US dollars. I'm not sure in SA yet. So yeah, the others are gonna go for the normal prices for new phones. For me, Somategisi, the Blockchain reviewer, I was excited about the release of the new phones, not necessarily the 8 and the 8 Plus, but the new X phone, or the iPhone 10. That's the one I was excited about. I think you can comment maybe if you think I've left something out, something that was important, and also say maybe support the channel, subscribe if you can, like the video, and share it with your friends who haven't or who didn't have the time to see the actual event, because it was 2 hours. This one is gonna go, in like 10 or 15 minutes. So from me, the Blockchain reviewer, as I've said, have a good one.